right. Welcome to the show. My name is Keyvan Davani. I'm recording now. Let me start fresh. Welcome to the Davani Show. My name is Keyvan Davani, host of the Davani.
Welcome to the show.
Echo.
My name is Keyvan.
All right, we're live. All right, just for potentially for my listeners, followers, viewers on X, I'm just going to post this on X, just in case somebody wants to follow up on my link. And almost done. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and what else to talk about. It's the only root solution that we have. And there's so many factors, scenarios, parameters, macroeconomically, geopolitically, socially, psychologically, emotionally, structurally going on, that I think it's time to somehow wrap it up and summarize and as succinctly as possible. And yep. All right. I put it out there. Whoever wants to share this link, it's youtube.com/keydavani/live. All right. Okay, let's do it all official. Hi, my name is Keyvan Davani. I'm the host of the Davani Show, or the Keyvan Davani Connection show. And yeah, it's about Bitcoin. Bitcoin as the countdown to monetary revolution, technological abundance, as Jeff Booth always puts it, and freedom in the truest sense, in the most authentic, truest, and real essential sense of it, that we can't even fathom, because we don't even know what freedom is, to be honest with you, right? I mean, we live in such a fucked up matrix that that it's even, as we say, as the saying goes, reality is stranger than fiction. All right, let's go to the first. Let's go to the first slide. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm having some kind of difficult of uploading some of the stuff here. All right, let's do this. So we are, the world is indeed on the brink of a monetary reset. There's a transition going on. Central banks are, racing to print. Politicians, the puppets, are drowning in debt. And government, in collusion with the central banks or whatever tentacles they are, they just can print. They just print. I mean, would it be physically or digitally? They've always been, expanding the money supply. And that's the root cause of monetary debasement, inflation, with people with all kinds of symptoms that we have as humanity, human civilization, have to endure, all kinds of pain and suffering, and the cracks in the system are widening. But there's one asset poised to soar, only one, by orders of magnitude, exponentially. And this is the countdown to Bitcoin's exponential rise. And all right, let me just please just download all of these images so I can screen share them with you. Sorry about that. This is all improvised sort of, but I think it's important that you get a holistic and comprehensive overview and if look and feel and holistic look and feel and touch in comprehending all these things. And this is why I'm doing this live stream. It won't take long, just a few seconds. Just give me a few seconds, please. Because it's really important that we individually and collectively as human civilization, as a society, start processing, start internalizing, start reflecting upon, start thinking about and connecting the dots. It's so important. Beginning with the youngest ones. If you have kids like we do, we got to start with the kids. Let's stop all this brainwashing, all this woke bullshit, all this indoctrination, this systemic, mind control. I mean, in whatever shape or form. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but it needs to be done. All right. Let me see if I can. Sorry about that. It just, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Anyway, so let's start with reason number 10 because it's a countdown and we're counting down words. So let's start with the money printers. And what better example, what better visualization than the Zimbabwe, than the Zimbabwe $100 trillion, cash note, It's actually collectible by now, I think, at $100 trillion. It's amazing. This is really hyperinflation, huh? I mean, actually, officially, the hyperinflation starts with 50%. Plus minus, I guess, but it can go exponentially higher by orders of magnitude higher. So since 2008, global money supply exploded by over 300%. The Fed's balance sheet, it was $1 trillion in 2008, and it's at around $9 trillion today, $9 trillion. So fiat is a sinking ship. Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million. That's the lifeboat. That's the one and only logical, rational, ethical, sustainable, and eternal, infinite monetary asset, store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account, monetary asset. It's something that you don't even have to possess it, actually, right? If you think about it in terms of, like, to say, compared to gold or any other, bearer instrument, bearer asset, but actually it's a knowing asset, right? You just need to know 12 or 24 words, theoretically, hypothetically, right? Practically, even speaking. All right. What else? All right, now let's talk about, BRICS summits, US-China tensions, Russian gold reserves, Ukraine conflict, all, the Israel, everything. It's all fabricated. It's all, it's all like about, it's a very evil and satanic and, greedy driven and narcissistic driven and sadistic driven, pathologically driven agenda. It's all, it's been going on for not decades, but actually hundreds of years, and it's most of the time it's behind the curtains, always the same play, right? So at the root of it, it's always money, right? Who controls the money? And with that, you control all the other tentacles, whether it be governmental puppets, military, industrial, corporate, financial, media, educational, complex, right? Everything, right? So anyway, so nations are ditching the dollar slowly, gradually, or even, suddenly. What are the sanctions? What are the capital controls? Bitcoin is borderless. Bitcoin is borderless. censorship-resistant money. And in contrast, China's any fiat, China's digital yuan, Russia's gold-backed crypto plans, Bitcoin always will eventually, slowly, gradually, faster, Speedy Gonzalez, suddenly, abruptly, suddenly, whatever, unexpectedly, by orders of magnitude, exponential S-curve. Just to check out, with CJK, my interview with him. He actually posted a clip from our interview yesterday. Extremely eloquent and extremely logical, rational, and understandable. So Bitcoin wins the end game. I mean, one way or another. I mean, we have otherwise, the only thing can stop Bitcoin is the reality. The reality of the exponential reduction, weakening of Earth's magnetic field in the last 150 years. That's about 15%, alone 5% in the last, I don't know, few decades, last 10, 20 years or something like that. But people just don't want to, deal with it because it's like, the Weltanschauungsbild, your worldview just crumbles in, like a house of cards, and people just don't want to, even the most intelligent Bitcoiners, they just don't want to handle it. And I know from other, Bitcoiners, there's prominent, Bitcoin authors, who is like, oh, chemtrails, geoengineering is all bullshit. And so, no, they just don't want to deal with it. It's just a cognitive dissonance. It's not they're lacking in intelligence or knowledge or wisdom, not even wisdom, It's just it's a fear factor. It's a fear factor. It's like, Bitcoin. It's like, oh, really? What are you going to do in magnetic pole shift in the next 20, 30, 40 years or something, latest 2050, everything coming together in waves of coin phases, it's going to get exponentially worse because it's one of the worst phases is going to, but that's why I'm talking holistically. We need to talk holistically about this, all right? And connecting the dots, it's not like, tunnel view. It's like, you can't do that. It's really self-damaging. You're going to fuck up your own mind. It's a mind, fear and cognitive dissonance and rationalization is all, it's a mind fucker. So all you Bitcoiners out there, I love you really unconditional with all my unconditional love, but don't be stupid. Don't insult your own fucking intelligence. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're insulting me, you're insulting your children, insulting the whole humanity, insulting most of all your own fucking intelligence and your own, rational mind, wisdom, whatever, or life experience, actually, So just look at the fucking facts, the data, reality of truth, all right? And then we can, connect, hopefully, not only individual, but collectively as human civilizations, a real human civilization, and really come to grips with it and create peace at last, I know it sounds kitschy and cringy, but what we need is peace right now. All right. Do I have any other, let me see if I have any other image I can upload for just, look and feel visualization. Not really. All right. What is that? No, I don't have it. No. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next would be, I wanted to put up a chart. I didn't find it, sort of a holistic chart, like U.S. debt to GDP ratio, the corporate debt, the student loans, everything, everything made of debt and debt. And actually, if you go to the Institute of International Finance, a very credible, serious institution, right? And the official, without the derivatives and the unfunded liabilities, right, you have a global debt of 318, let's just round it up to 320. I think by now it's even more than that. It's 330, something like that, maybe even 350. Let's just say 320 for sake of it. 320 trillion US dollar global debt. Now, if you add up the derivatives and the unfunded liabilities, you get a extremely mind-fucking, number of 2.1 quadrillion US dollars. 2.1 quadrillion US dollars. I mean, if that's not a bubble, what is? So what is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin if that is the debt bubble? The real debt bubble with all this, social security, Medicare, Medicaid, unfunded liabilities, pension, whatever. I mean, you think we're going to have a pension? Really? Seriously? I mean, come on. I wrote this off decades ago. And now we are, on the precipice of it. Anyway, so what is Bitcoin? The Bitcoin is the pin, is the needle. It's going, I mean, it's not even going to make a, because there was no Big Bang, by the way. Okay. Just for your information. I mean, I'm not the only one. I'm not sucking this out of my fingers. There was no fucking Big Bang. We've all been fucking brainwashed. It's just because they don't know, they're afraid, that we got to compartmentalize this knowledge. And, oh my God, that's why this fucking Smithsonian Institute, the education system, the Rockefellers, they all, have been doing a great job at, obfuscating, manipulating, distorting, lying, indoctrinating children, all kinds of bullshit. There was no fucking Big Bang. Anyway, it was more like I mean, if you want to visualize this, whatever, it was more like a whoosh, of magnetic fields. Anyway, all right, next one, institutional tsunami. So that's reason number 7. So we came from number 10. Yeah, that was the fiat death spiral number. Reason number 9 was geopolitical tinderbox. Reason number 8, the global debt bomb ticking. And now we're getting to reason number 7, institutional tsunami. Oh, I have an image for you for this. Okay, at least I have an image for you. And that is, well, it doesn't give me the fucking image. All right. Sorry, my swearing, but it's really amazing, huh? All right. Is that the one? The image is not working. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right. It was about, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was about Michael Saylor on one image, Michael Saylor, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. I mean, these are all actually, institutional, type, extremely, controlled assets, I think, in the long run, because they're all somehow tied to fiat somehow, Bitcoin ETF approval headlines and so on. So MicroStrategy holds, I think, the actual right number is about 500,000, right? About, yeah, I think pretty much correct. 500,000 Bitcoin ETFs. There were $10 billion inflows in 90 days. Wall Street's playing catch up. The next phrase would be then pension funds, sovereign wealth institutions, trillions on the sidelines. Alone, the global pension funds, they're sitting on estimated 50, I think up to 70 trillion US dollars. Imagine just a fraction of those 50 or 70, right? Trillion dollars flowing into Bitcoin. Oh my God, it would just go exponentially wild S-curve like that. So the visual, just imagine it, it's like ETF inflows, all the other institution chart versus Bitcoin price, So you just need a fraction of all those sovereign wealth funds, institutions, whatever, private or family funds, pension funds, all just a fraction of it, like 1, 2, 3, max, whatever, 5%, whatever, you have 2%. It would just boost the Bitcoin price in fiat, of course, because we're still thinking fiat. That's the sickness of it. That's really sick, but. So what's number 6? Reason number 6, the halving and adoption curve. I don't have an animation for you. I'm sorry, I didn't find an animation, not, for copyright and all that bullshit. Bitcoin halving countdown, April 2024. That's the next halving countdown. For those of you who don't know what the halving means, the first Bitcoin block reward, because every 10 minutes since 2009, since the first genesis birth of Bitcoin, there was a Bitcoin reward of 50, right? Bitcoin for every block, generated, mined, right, by the Bitcoin miners. You could do it even with a computer at that time. It was really easy. There was even a faucet you could buy Bitcoin years later. It's like for each, like every time you could just, go on the side. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So every 4 years, that's about like every 210,000 blocks or something like that, right? So every 4 years, there's a halving, right? So from 2009, 50 Bitcoin per block to 2024, let's say, all right, that's the most recent halving, right? So from 50 to 25 to 12.5, 6.25, and then 3.125. That's what we have right now. And the next one is 3.125, I don't know how to fucking calculate it. I'm not good. Anyway, what is that? So that's right now we have 3.125, right? Bitcoin as a reward for every block every 10 minutes, right? Plus minus every 10 minutes is a block mined. So the next Bitcoin halving is in April 2025. So divided by 2 equals 1.56. Well, I'm sorry, 1.5625. So the next Bitcoin reward, right, is going to be halved again from 3.1225 divided by 2 is 1.5625. So what does it mean? In plain English, it gets scarcer and scarcer. And that's the beauty. That's the perfect, harmonious, enchanting, magic beauty of Bitcoin. Everything is fucking mathematically with precision predictable, right? So that's why we know with mathematical precision, maybe, okay, we're not going to have like exactly 21 million mined by the year 2040, because that's where the last Bitcoin will be mined by the year 2140. It's like slightly below, like 20 point, whatever, 999, something like that, right? Okay. Anyway, so, and that's the beauty of it, right? It's not only, it's not like, it wasn't an invention. It was actually a discovery, right? Because there's been so many attempts of creating the perfect money, gold, bit money, whatever that was. All the technology has been there mathematically, cryptographically, blah blah blah, right? So it's all been put together, right? So this is what's the beauty of it, right? So there's, Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin, we say, has all the properties that we could have ever dreamt of as a human species. As a human species who desires perfect money as a store of value, medium exchange point, unit of account, and monetary asset and saving asset, right? And for the first time, listen to Jeff Booth. Read Jeff Booth's book, Why Deflation is the Key to Abundance, The Price of Tomorrow, Why Deflation is the Key to... This is why he's preaching. He's been preaching. I had him on so many times, I even talked about, about Jeff Booth with Lawrence Lepard. I have had pretty much everyone on, on my show. So if you just, we need to, like, not only understand what has been stolen systematically from us, at least in the last 100 years, systematically, with all the fucking symptoms that we had to endure as a human civilization, but what is the realistic, existing potential we could have right now, I mean, fuck the patent system, fuck the patent offices, fuck the central banks, the governments, the military, industrial, corporate, media, brainwashing complex, all right? It's worse beyond any imagination. Every time I think about it, it's getting even worse. It's beyond, it's so fucking satanic and evil, you can't even fathom it. It's just, all right, let's go to number 5. Reason number 5, we're counting down, right? The energy narrative flips. Sorry, I don't have a footage for that either. Bitcoin mining with renewable energy, El Salvador volcanoes. Actually, I do. I have a little small image from, permission of Bitcoin Magazine. Sorry, just for educational purposes. All right, this is Bukele. Yeah, sitting sort of on his volcanoes and geothermal energy, right? And all right. What's there to say? Critics scream energy waste, but Bitcoin mines are monetizing stranded power. It's the foundation for clean energy. And even ESG, these manipulative, blood-sucking ESG funds will FOMO. What the fuck does ESG even mean? It's all about CO2, scam. The biggest, one, if not the biggest, but one of the biggest criminal satanic agendas being pulled off on humanity. I mean, CO2, give me a break. Come on, all right? Fucking 0.04% of the atmosphere. Seriously? And what is that human cost? Even if it's just human cost, all right? What's that? CO2 is life. You need to thrive. You thrive on fucking CO2. That's why they put CO2 into the botanic houses, right? That's why plants grow, for fucking
Jesus sake. Sorry for swearing. All right. So yeah, so it's about Bitcoin mining versus traditional banking energy use comparison. It's like through the fucking roof, beyond imagination, right? If you take all the central bank, governmental, military, industrial terawatt hours, it's like mind-boggling compared to Bitcoin. All right, you get like a astronomical number of terawatt hours. All right, compared to minute fucking Bitcoin. Seriously, it's actually good because it delivers actually energy. It can balance the grid. You can just go with a mining center, satellite connection. That's all that you need. All right, internet connect, and you can mine and go to the energy source. For Christ's sake, people, you give poor, impoverished people who have nothing. You give them energy. They thrive. They prosper. For Christ's sake. You got to break this shit down. Just make a fucking movie, you guys. I know people who do documentaries. I think I'm working on a documentary. Actually, I'm bringing out a book, a semi-fictitious book. God, I can't believe we are such idiotic, moronic civilization. We are so fucking primitive. It's unbelievable. We should have had like we should be traveling with beyond the fucking speed of light. There's no limit. Einstein was fucking wrong, all right? Jesus Christ. I mean, we have all the technologies, all been fucking suppressed in the last 70, 100 years, at least in the last 50 years. Come on, all right? In the name of national security, all right? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm really getting pissed off because it's about, when you have children, if you have children, I mean, you think differently. You have a totally different, I mean, you have the lowest time preference. That means you have like the cosmic time horizon. All right. I mean, what kind of world, what kind of planet, what kind of civilization, what kind of environment are our children going to thrive in? All right. Amongst fucking Satanists, seriously? I don't even want to name them. Anyway, who sacrifice children and whatever. Anyway. So, all right. Number 4, central bank digital currencies, Bitcoin best ad. Well, I don't have a clip for that. Chinese digital yuan tracking EU CBDC proposals. CBDCs are programmable surveillance. Well, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is pure freedom. It's the essence of freedom. When governments force digital cash, the smart money escapes to decentralization. It's actually the best. Yeah, let them go ahead. These fucking Satanists in the US, what's her name? Lagarde, I mean, she's a fucking criminal convicted of whatever, fraud or embezzlement, hundreds and hundreds of millions of euros. I mean, that's why they want to push these central bank digital currencies. They want to fucking program you, right? If you say one fucking bad word or wrong word or something that it doesn't fit into the fucking narrative or agenda, they're just gonna turn it off. You can starve. You ate too much meat. You just turn it off. You have to consume your fucking digital currencies until a certain time limit deadline. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway. So it's about, there's only, one choice. I mean, rational, ethical, logical, it's really for the sake of Christ, seriously. I mean, it's about either, it's total slavery, central bank digital currencies of Bitcoin. It's one of, and it's about anonymity, of course, and freedom, and you can seriously, or just go to another country or whatever, you just all you need theoretically. I mean, just memorize 12 to 24 words, have all your wealth in like in the ether, right? All right, what's number 3? Corporate balance sheet, Armageddon. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a chart for this. Apple, Google cash reserves versus BTC, weak dollar earnings, calls. It's all a disaster. The dollar's demise is corporate America's nightmare. Bitcoin is the ultimate treasury asset. And next comes, it's an institutional level. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I give a fuck about, cypherpunk and, individual freedom. But okay, it helps, that's the beauty of Bitcoin. It doesn't matter who adopts it, who buys it or whatever. I mean, there's still a couple of 2 point something, I don't know, million Bitcoin on the exchanges. For Christ's sake, just pull off your fucking Bitcoin off the exchange and put it into self-custody. Do yourself a favor. All right. On a hardware wallet. How difficult is that? If you need help, call us. Call me. Liquidity shrinks, price explodes. All right, well, number two, the reason we're counting down, right? The great generational wealth transfer, Generation Z trading apps, the crypto, TikToks, Wall Street protests, millennials and Gen Z trust code over central banks. That's it. The young people get it. They just get it. They don't even know what a fucking bank is doing. 68 trillion, let's say round it up, $70 trillion wealth transfer incoming from the boomers to the whatever, millennial, zoomer, whatever these newer generations are called. They'll buy Bitcoin, not bonds. Not real estate. Now, hopefully, the real estate is going. Oh, by the way, we're going to bring out a book together with my with my wife's brother. So with my wife's brother, we're going to bring out a book about, because he's the real estate expert, and that real estate will go to utility function. Will go back to utility function. And with everything else, if you listen to Jeff, we'll connect the dots. What does it mean? When we have monetary deflation, real monetary deflation, that everything, not only technological, is everything deflation, everything gets cheaper, better, more innovative. But when you have, like, for the first time in human history, a money that is absolutely scarce of 21 million. Oh my God, that's never been done before, never been seen, never been experienced, never been sensed, never been felt. All right, 21 million, that's it. That means, oh my God, all the technologies that have been suppressed or rediscovered, reinvented, it's all going to come to the surface. I mean, just and forget all this bullshit. I mean, yeah, I get that. AI, I even use it myself, robotics and digital, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get that. That's, increase efficiency. I'm talking about structural technologies, right? That's going to really elevate humanity, energy, for real. I mean, free, whatever you call it, free energy, right? Unlimited energy, beginning with nuclear to plasma to magnetic, whatever, right? Hydrogen cars. Come on, Stanley Myers. He was like every other engineer, scientist, inventor, assassinated. Come on. Can you imagine that? Propulsion system and transportation, healing. Jesus Christ, we're going to have party. Finally, children can do whatever they like to do, it's a contribution to human civilization, to human spirit, to human spirituality. We can evolve for the first time, You know what that means? This is what needs to be educated on. Not only, oh, yeah, we can save money and get rich and all that bullshit. I mean, I understand that, of course. People can't fucking afford a house anymore, all right? A normal family. Anyway, what's the reason number one? Network effect singularity. So it's about, Bitcoin, ATM, Strike app, Lightning Network, all the side swaps that, it's about user friendliness, UX, UI. It's about practical, things that, easy to use. It's, with all the technicalities back, under the hood. You don't have to grapple. You don't have to, understand anything. You don't even need to know fucking about Bitcoin. You just, show this QR code. A merchant, just show the fucking QR code. He scans it, with your phone, with whatever, with an app, it just does it in everything in the background. Everything is like this: fast, efficient, easy, with lowest fees, borderless, censorship resistant, unconfiscatable. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm talking about. All right. And the finale is, all previous visuals accelerating, Bitcoin price surging. I mean, these are just the first phases. A few 100,000, €500,000, dollar, whatever fucking fiat currency you are thinking, 1 million, 5 million. That's just the beginning. Once it starts, it's gonna go through the fucking roof. You are fucking worried that you're late? Jesus Christ, come on, give me a break. We're talking about like quadrillion. Seriously, literally quadrillion today's purchasing power. You know what that means? The technologies we can have, you can't even fucking measure that in today's fiat. That's what it means. All right? This is the fucking, it's a mind fucker. Fiat is a mind fucker. All right? Because people can't even grasp, they can't even imagine, let alone comprehend the power, the purchasing power, the technological power, the innovation power, the evolutionary power. All right, so the perfect storm is here. fiat is failing slowly, gradually. Speedy Gonzalez, and then exponential by orders of magnitude. Institutions are loading, of course. Let them. It's okay. They're just, they're the best advertising. That's best PR for us. Adoption is about to skyrocket. I'm telling you, this isn't speculation. It's mathematical inevitability. Get in early, or watch from the sidelines, or go, or just, yeah, whatever. So anyway, so Bitcoin is the last exit before, beyond moon. And yeah, let me just yeah, let me show you. This is what's gonna. This is what's gonna look like. This is just the beginning. I'm telling you, just the beginning. Just the beginning. You're gonna see millions and billions, and literally 8 point something billion of little lights. Right? So you want the full deep dive? Please smash like, subscribe, hit the bell button, follow me on X, follow me on LinkedIn, wherever you want. I'm not on Facebook, not much anymore. Instagram, Nostr, please, the real and truly decentralized social platform is sort of a more or less not a copy of X, but some structurally, like, yeah, there's no fucking, AI algorithm bullshit, it's just pure information. If you like it, if you don't, it's all good. And yeah, it's somehow, if you think of all the movies, everything coming together. The Big Short meets Star Trek, if you love science fiction. But I'm coming out with a semi-fiction, semi-non-fiction, whatever you want to call it. Thrilling, exciting, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, effective, deepening, rooting book with a protagonist as myself, and all the other, authors, insiders, whistleblowers, experts, a lot of them are named. Not everybody, I couldn't name everybody, but it's coming to fruition. It's coming to fruition. Yeah. So my name is Keyvan Davani. You can also call me, if you have a hard time pronouncing my name, just call me Key or K, whatever you prefer. But it's actually Keyvan Davani. It's a Persian, from Iran, land of Arya. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, if like every other Bitcoiner would say to you, if it wasn't for Bitcoin, we wouldn't have no fucking hope. I'm telling you, we wouldn't have no fucking hope. We would just, at least try, just to locally back to the roots, just care for the family. That's all. But really, Bitcoin is the only thing. It's the only thing that's gonna bind us together, gonna connect us, gonna elevate us, gonna, suddenly, unexpectedly, and inevitably, just elevate us and trigger human civilization, human evolution, monetary evolution, technological evolution, spiritual evolution, and real freedom, true freedom. All right. My name is Keyvan Davani, or Key Davani of the Davani Show, or just Davani. And let me know if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or recommendations. If you know anybody, insider, whistleblowers, experts, whom I could interview, who could connect me with. I've had everybody on. I mean, from G. Edward Griffin to, Adam Back. I mean, pretty much everybody. So I'm really trying to connect the dots here and really, 360 degrees. Put off your fears, your cognitive dissonance. We got to do this collectively. Seriously. I mean, I started with myself, whatever you need, I don't know, do some psychedelic experience, meditate, breathe in, breathe out, exhale. I don't know whatever you have to do. Share this knowledge, share my videos, share my interviews. We have a website with our team, or two websites. Actually, it's bitcoin21.at. We're in Austria, or bitcoinmentor.at. We give presentations. We come to you if you have especially in Austria and German speaking countries. We would love to come, if you have like a minimum number of interested people who want to listen and interactively discuss, question, ask, whatever.
would come to you, if it's especially if it's in a city nearby, you know, Vienna, Styria, whatever, you know, Graz, Kärnten, Carnuntum, I don't know. So yeah, and if you need, you know, help, take your hand, you know, we'll take your hand, and you know, if you need self-custody, you know, privacy, self-custody, you know, please withdraw your sats, your Bitcoin off the exchanges, put it into harder wallet, you know, sort of, or transfer them, and because not your keys, not your Bitcoin. My name is Keyvan Navani, and I'll see you soon again.